In this video, we're gonna see how we can create technical drawings using Blender and Measure It. We talked about how to create 2Ds and using flat models and then convert them into vector graphics, and also how we can use Measure It add-on in 3D. And so in this video, I'm going to show you something simpler than this project right here, which you can see in other video guides, how to create like a bathroom and a customized furniture. So I'm gonna just use the standard scene in Blender here with a simple cube. And the first thing we're gonna do is go in the top view because we need to have a flat view. So you can go in orthographic, and here we can add a camera. So you can see that we have now the two cameras. So this one here is the one we just created, which is inside the cube, but we're going to delete the previous one. I'm just going to activate the screencast keys here, so you can press X to delete it, and then we have the other one. Now the other one, again, you may want to make it orthographic, and we can push it up like this, and we can see now the visualization. So if I click into this little button, it's going to go into the camera, and if I lock the camera to the view, I can adjust, and this will be our point of view. This is the thing we're gonna render out, and the frame that is in orange. So this is the render we're gonna do. So first of all, we need to set up the render, and let's test. So let's run a render and let's see what's gonna happen. So you can see we have this kind of 3D, looks like 3D, has like shadows and things like that. So let's change some Eevee settings here in the render settings. So we want to go down and deactivate the shadows because we don't need that in a technical drawing with measures. And then we can activate Freestyle, which is going to give a line thickness. And in the background here, in the environment, let's put a white color. And so this is one way we can do it. So just, these simple settings. Now we have other settings here, but I'm just going to skip them. And there you go. If we render now, we have this kind of paper look. So it looks like we're going to print this on a piece of paper. And this only shows, of course, the object. So now we want also to add some dimensions to see some measures. And to do that, we go in the sidebar here on the right side, and we go in the Measure It tools. We created other video guides about Measure It tools, so if you want, you can see them, but essentially make sure that they are downloaded, installed, and activated in order to use it. Otherwise, you won't be able to use them. And here in the searching the add-ons, also if you actually activate them, okay. And if you have them, now we can start to put some really simple measures. So we need to switch from object mode to edit mode. And now we can select the edge selection and select an edge to measure. So I'm just going to go with this one right here and just click on segment and show here the measures, otherwise they won't be visible. Now we can fix a little bit that measures right there by going into the settings. Again, we talked about Measure It in other video courses and video guides. So if you search in the channel Measure It, you will find other videos about this. But just here I'm gonna put some of these, a couple of measures, and I'm gonna fix them a little bit later. But let's first render. Now, if you see here in the render, they don't appear. So in order for them to appear, you need to render them also. So it's kind of a second render that you need to overlap. You need to juxtapose to the previous one. So if you go all the way down in the Measure It tools, you find the last section here. It's called render. So here is we can render this, and we can we need to do some more fixing actually. So it's not enough just to click and render. So if we run another test here, and if we switch in the UV editor, in the image editor, you're supposed to see them right there. So if they're not visible, that's not right. So we need to save a render image of those. So we need to turn that on. And also if we want, we can turn on a frame that is going to go all around the frame of our camera. And so we're just going to keep it as it is right now and just render just to see what's going to happen. So once the render is finished, if I go here in the image editor, we don't see anything yet. So, well, let's go directly in the compositing. This is where we need to do everything. So create new, and it is going to create new nodes. And in these nodes, the only thing that will be visible again is the square, which is the cube seen from the top. So rearrange the nodes however you want. I just put them in a distance so I can see in the center. And so right now I'm just seeing what I'm rendering. So if I want to see also the dimensions, I need to go to another node. So I need to add more nodes. To add more nodes, you can go to the add, or you can do Shift plus A key on the keyboard, and you can search for alpha over. So you will find that also in the nodes. Or again, Shift A, alpha over, and put the image of the render you have right now as a background. And in the foreground, we're going to put the measures later. Now, substitute the output node, and you can see that that's now hidden by this white foreground, which we're going to remove in just a second. And you can see also with the factor, you can mix them together. So let's do Shift A again, and let's search for now the input image. And let's put this image as a foreground. And of course, we don't have any image yet, but if you click there, you can select measure it, output. So you can see that's the image we render from measure it. And that's it. So this is how it works. Now I'm going to show you some extra stuff, but this is it. We need to go into compositing. We need to mix the render with the overlapping alpha render from measure it, and that's it. Now let's see what we can do in measure it. First of all, if you have like different colors for the dimensions, you can override them, and you can set one single color for everything, and you can set a width here for everything, and you can also adjust the size of the font, the alignment, and of course the color. So I'm just gonna put black because we want to do everything like black and white, simple technical drawing, like blueprint drawing. Now let's expand a little bit here, because here you can change distances, and also you can change the representation here with triangles or with lines, simple lines, or arrows, and etc. I'm just going to put triangles, and then you can adjust the position of the text, adjust the position of the line, change the units, so like centimeters, and change the precision, because you can do this with meters, millimeters, whatever. Now, if I deform this with edit mode a little bit, just to have a rectangle, so I'm gonna put like -1 meter from on the. I'm gonna go on the left side, so I have a rectangle rather than a cube. You can see those lines will tend to go like oblique, so we're gonna make them straight. And also maybe we need to recenter the view here. So once you're ready again, okay, let me fix those oblique lines right there. So this is usually set with an automatic position. So first of all, find the dimension you want to edit, and then you can see you can turn off the automatic position. You can position that dimension precisely however you want, using the X, the epsilon, and the Z. So that's now better. Everything is nice and straight. And once you finish to, edit those dimensions, just click render. That's really important. Every time you make some changes, just re-render the dimensions of measure it before you actually run a new render. And there it is, a nice and clean black and white technical drawing that we can use, we can show to our client or to a professor or to a friend, whatever. So maybe we need like wood board with those precise measures, and you can see here in the render you can change from the viewing of the rendering and viewing of the composition, because this is now, when you use compositing, you're working with the composition rather than like simple rendering. So also, again, if you go here in the render space, you can change it from there. And also, let's want to increase the frame. So the frame is that part that goes like all around. Let me show you here. If I render again, and first of all, remember to render every time you make a change to measure it, otherwise it will give you like a black screen and it won't work. So now it works, and you can see the frame is all around the rectangle. So if you expand that, you can see it. Okay, once you're ready, you can save everything as an image. So it could be PNG, could be JPEG, and that's it. So you have your technical drawing saved in your computer, and then you can do whatever you want with it. You can see the frame right there I was talking about. So you can also turn it off. Now, another option is to use Workbench rather than Eevee. And in this case, we want to put here some different settings. So first of all, let's put flats. We don't want shadows or, shadowing in general. And then we want to use, well, we can use a custom color, which is going to be white. And you can also set the background. We want the outline. And we can put in film the transparent background, so we don't have the background once we save the image. And also we don't need freestyle right now because we already created like a flats and drawing like picture like this. So you can see it's the same, but it has a transparent background, which could be helpful in some graphic design application like GIMP or Canva, etc. So this will be all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated. Join the channel to support us. Check out other video courses and video guides. See you in the next one.